Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can convert a Microsoft Word document into an EduPage assessment, assignment, or exam paper. So, as teachers, all of us are quite acquainted with Microsoft Word. I'm sure you guys are too. Uh, so everybody's using Microsoft Word to design their exam papers. So I'm going to show you how we can have our exam paper, which is structured. For example, the first page is the title, the name of the school, the important instructions, followed by questions. Starting here, for example, you have multiple choice questions, followed by fill in the blanks, followed by structured questions, and so on. So I'm going to show you how we can convert this very easily on to EduPage. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my school's website. So I'm going to log into my EduPage account using the log on option here. All right, so everything's already saved. I've just got my name and everything there, so I'm just going to click log on here. Okay, so I'm in the EduPage account. Here I'm going to select the course. For now, I'm doing 11. Okay, I'm going to be doing grade 11 ICT. So let me just try that, 11 ICT. And I'm going to click. Okay, so on the top left, I chose the class, right? 11 ICT. And on the lower right corner, there's a plus icon. So I'm going to press this plus icon, and it's going to show me a variety of options. I'm going to choose test here. And then it brings me to a screen which is quite empty with just a few buttons here and this box where you can type. I'm going to click on create new cards here. Create new cards, okay? Click on the green button and it brings you to another window where you have a variety of assessing options. For example, what kind of format you want the questions. So there's multiple choice questions, which is this one, A, B, C, D. It could be type in and choose from a drop-down list, sort things, position maps, and it's got great things. Open questions, for example, you can type anything you want in there. So, but to start with, let's have our first title page of the school first. So I'm just going to copy paste most of the things which are already here. So I'm just going to take the school's name, copy that, and paste it right here. So this is the template I chose. It's two columns. So at the top we've got this title. On the left side of the box we have text, and on the right side of the box we can add an image. So here I'm just going to write a couple of things. For example, ICT assessment. Okay, duration 1 hour. Any other important calculators are not allowed, for example. Okay, and I can just add the image, or I can upload the image of the school over here. Right. So as the image is uploading, so here I've got my title page pretty much done. I can add more things if I want here. I'm just doing this like a quick one, but so now what we're going to do is we're going to import some of these MCQs, multiple choice questions, into our EduPage exam paper. And the interesting thing is that when you make these MCQs on Microsoft Word, make sure that the correct options are selected, are basically in bold style. That when you have it in bold style, EduPage will know this is the correct option. Okay, so for example, this first one, I've got option B, HTTP as the correct option. Similarly, for the second one, I've got option D, relevance as the correct option. So for now, I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to copy, like, say, the first 3 MCQs. Okay, I'm going to right-click, copy these in Microsoft Word. Okay, then I'm going to switch back to my EduPage screen on my web browser, and I'm going to click on Import from Word option. Okay, now here it says paste Word content here. So whatever we copied from Word, I'm now just going to paste it over here. And okay, I'm going to have to use the shortcut, which is Control V. It's not allowing me to do the right click option. Okay, so now it has successfully added the 3 multiple choice questions. And it really doesn't matter that you don't have to write the numbers over here, because later on you can have these shuffled up and or randomly shown to students, and so you can leave that out. The EduPage will take care of the numbering itself. But here, what's important to observe is that the highlighted part, the part which was in bold, has been chosen as the correct answer. If you can just notice, just check over here, this highlighted part. Same over here, relevance, yeah, it's also the correct option. So that's for multiple choice questions. And let me just try something different now. So what if you have a question where you have like a drop down, or you have to choose from a variety of options? Yeah, for example, this one. Julian uses other devices for input, output, and storage. Give one device that could be used for audio input. And you want the user to type the option or select from options. So let's just try this. I'm going to copy this. So for this one, all you have to do is in square brackets write the options. So let me just copy this, switch back, import from Word, and then Control V. Okay, this is what it looks like. So this is most likely this is going to appear as a most likely like a fill in the blank. And just to preview this, um, let's see what the MCQs in this looks like. So click Done, and brings you right here. And let's take a preview of our paper by clicking on Preview here. So that's our first title page. Question 1 starts here. So here you can just click on choose an option that you want. Similarly for question 2. Okay, here, question 4. Now this is basically just an empty box, and you can write what you want to. And the good part is that whatever option you choose, whatever options you've specified in the square brackets over here. So if the student is going to type any one of these words, and these words are separated by a comma, the answer is going to be given a correct. Okay. Okay, and similarly, if you want to give them a drop down, then for drop down, you can have the slash between the different options. So let's try that too. Now I'm going to get back to my question paper, edit cards. That's my paper where I was. Import from Word. And this time try the other option where I have multiple options here. So let's see what that looks like here. Okay, preview paper. Okay, so again, we can have multiple options given by the student to enter over here. And it basically makes your life much easier. Now, one last thing I want to show you is how you can have a question where you want the user to write, like an open question where you want the user to write whatever they want to write on the computer using a keyboard. Okay, if you want something like this, so you can use the option called open question. And in open question, you can simply type, for example, explain how the CPU works. Okay, that's a question. And then students can write their answers in this big box. They can even upload their files here in case if you allowed them to do so. So let's just see how this works. Right, preview. Okay, so that's our title. Those are our MCQs. And we have our fill in the gaps questions. And then finally, question 6, explain how the CPU works. Now, whatever the child will write here, this response is going to be coming to you in your Edu page, and you're going to have to manually read this and then award the marks, right? Oh yeah, and one important thing, how do you tell EduPage how many marks is a question worth? So you need to come back into current material, and over here you can select the points that you want to give to each question. So for example, the explain question, you want to give it 3 marks, so you can increase the marks from here. The rest of the questions are just either MCQs or straight fill in the blanks, so they're 1 mark each. Okay, finally, if you want to assign this to the students, first thing you do is you go to assign, and then you type here, for example, I'm going to type here ICT assessment, and I'm going to put the date here, for example, 19 July 2020. Okay, who is it assigned to? Just make sure the class is selected here and it's the right class. If you want to give it to some selected student and not everybody, then you can just click on these 2/2, and here you get to see the student names. If there's somebody you want to exclude from here, you can just do that from here. Okay, do you want students to be notified about this? If you do, then click yes. Choose the date when you'd like them to be notified. If you're of the exam, you can just type the date here. For example, I can type here 15, and what time is it going to take place, what lesson is it going to take place in. For example, if it's going to be at 11, you can just write 11 here. Do you want the students to view this? Yes, you do. When do you want them to be able to see this? You can specify that here as well. So you want them to, for example, see this on the 15th of July at 9 a.m. or no, 11 a.m., right? So 15th of July, 11 a.m. Same goes here. So it's going to be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Restrict the timing duration. You can have the students watch this for number of minutes, which you specify here. Just entered 60, which means 1 hour. Do you want to restrict the number of attempts? It depends. I would leave this option to no yet for now. Do you want to randomize the questions? Again, that's up to you. If you don't want to randomize it, just say no. You don't want them to see the correct answers for now. You don't want, so you just uncheck most of these options. And if you want to configure the evaluation, just go to configure evaluation and choose whatever rubric that you're performing. So if it's an assessment, just choose assessment and type the total number of marks here, which is 30. The date of the assignment would be 15. Click save. And if you want to uncheck this, you can, so if you don't want them to see the result right after. And that's it, you're done. You click done, and the student will get a notification that you've just assigned something to them. Okay, that's it. And happy working with exams.